All right, I think we're live. Here we go.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome to In the Loop On Air, the only fan-sourced podcast produced by and starring its fans. Starring Clint Novak. Alyssa.
For 2 years, Kings Dominion has been celebrating their 40th anniversary, and today we'll be celebrating the new and improved Soak City. My name's Alyssa Baird, and we're going to take an exclusive look at Soak City. So let's go check it out. Yes!
Roller coaster expert, Reese Atkins.
In front of Kings Dominion's new ride, Delirium. I have a source, and his name is Clint Novak, and he has told me that in this grassy field behind me, there will be a 200-foot launched RMC roller coaster built in 2017. I have an official Kings Dominion representative, star of the hit show Open Mic Karaoke, Chris Craig, here to confirm or deny the rumors. It's not happening? Chris says it's not happening.
Don't forget Randall. And of course, you. And now, here's your host, Clint Novak.
All right, welcome to In the Loop On Air. My name is Clint Novak, and we are now live. Sorry about the small delay that we had getting things off the ground, but we lost all of our hosts. We've got me. We've got
I'm
me.
here.
I'm here. We've got Kenny.
Hello.
I don't know how long we have Kenny for because he keeps dropping out, but we have him for now. I'm going to just say Andrew, but his title is Jap Andrew? Like, what's up with that?
It's Japan,
man.
Japandrew, yeah. It's because
Japandrew.
I got the nickname for doing all the Japan videos.
I thought this was like a really racist thing that we were doing, and I wasn't
You're
sure
like,
what was going on.
he does not look Asian at all.
This is confusing me. And we have Joe from Parkscope. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good. Yeah, normally I have a time before the show to chat and get to know everybody. I already know these guys, but I don't know Joe. I didn't get any of that time. Joe just seen me in a frantic panic getting everything ready to go for the show, and we were still
What the heck did I
late.
get myself into?
It was like, these guys are so unprofessional, which is really our tagline,
Well, that's literally our name of our show. So.
I was going to say, Joe, what's the tagline of your show?
No, it's not a tagline. We literally call it the Parkscope Unprofessional Podcast.
Yeah.
It's literally the name.
Yeah, that's
literally
what
the name.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We lower expectations at the beginning.
So this week's format is going to be a little different. Obviously, we don't have Alyssa. She's out counting signs somewhere in Virginia, rural Virginia. Don't know what kind of signs and don't know why she has to count them, but she's counting them. Reese is MIA until further notice, so he is not going to be here today. And Randall is off, I believe, with his girlfriend. I don't know what he's doing tonight. I saw him for like 2 minutes, and then he was out the door. So he said he'd probably not be on the show, but might be on the show. But I took that as probably not. We replaced him with Joe. So there you go. A little bit of a different format today. We're going to be talking about some park news, kind of like In the Loop proper does. We're going to be talking a little bit about some other news and events. We're also going to play a game coming up in the show where we're going to play a POV of a roller coaster, and the first host to guess it gets points, and the winner gets a brand new TV. So,
shit!
A
new car.
Yes. So we'll send that right off.
Look, Kenny's the one with the tube TV.
That's the TV we're giving
need a new
away.
TV.
That's amazing. That's the TV that we're giving away. That's great.
is it?
All I'm saying is today I did see a deal for $500, a new 50-inch television, and an Xbox One together.
Look at this
That's
TV.
a pretty good deal.
Look at this TV. Somebody robbed me, so I really need the TV, but I also have the answers, so that's kind of unfair.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that, and of course we're going to be watching some user submitted videos. We only have 2 this week. Famous Amos sends us a video of his trip, and this is like a documentary from the Discovery Channel. It's amazing. His trip to Dollywood to ride Lightning Rod. I got a chance to go to Dollywood recently. Lightning Rod was not open, but he got to go while it was open. So we'll be watching that. Also, DJ D-Dog is going to be checking in from, what is it, Claymore? Claymore, am I saying that right? I don't even know what it is. It's like a ski resort, I guess. Claymore Park. Claymore Park. So
I didn't know you skied this time of year, but I
I guess they have like a mountain coaster and some other stuff, tubing. I don't even. He's gonna tell us what's going on. We'll be doing a check-in with him as well. So we're gonna move right along here on the show. We're gonna do our top story. I'm sure you guys have heard. A 10-year-old boy dies in a water slide in Kansas City. Here's the headline: a 10-year-old boy dies Sunday on the Verrückt water slide at Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City. The water slide is the tallest water slide in the world, and it needs a minimum and maximum weight in order to leave the station. The 10-year-old boy was the son of a state representative of Kansas, and the death is still ongoing in its investigation. So this is a video of the slide.
Niagara Falls stretches higher than the Statue of Liberty, and it is certified by the Guinness Book of World Records. When facing its sheer size, there's only one question to ask.
Are you insane?
Verrückt, the world's tallest water slide, featuring a 17-story drop of pure exhilaration. Verrückt, only at Schlitterbahn Water Park, Kansas City. Go to schlitterbahn.com to buy tickets today.
All right, that is the Verrückt water slide at Kansas City. This is the famous water slide that in its months of construction, you saw, like, I believe it was like the Discovery Channel or Travel Channel was doing a special on it, and the water slide, the sled itself just took off the hill and went flying off into nowhere, and they got a lot of press with that, and there's also video footage of sandbags in the tube flying out, and it's crazy because they really built this up as one of the scariest water slides in the world. And now it's 2 years later, and it's had its big first incident. Now, this is also a ride, I believe, that had a huge delay in opening because they were having all these construction issues, and so they had to keep delaying the opening until they could get all that stuff worked out. I don't know if anybody can back me up on that, if I got that correct or not.
Oh, it definitely didn't open on time, no.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, so crazy water slide. Now, obviously, they're not saying a lot about what had happened, but there was some video footage from a helicopter that showed a lot of, I guess it would be blood
that was messed up.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was really messed up.
And from where I was looking at it, it looked like it was in the in between the humps. So after the first drop, but before you went over the hill, correct?
I think it was at the end, at the kind of washout area at the end.
I didn't get a good enough chance to watch it all the way through, so I didn't really get to see. But go ahead.
Here, my only question about this ride, I've not been there, I haven't seen it, so I don't really know. I guess this is why it's more of a question than anything. But on the Airtime Hill itself, is that just like netting? Is that some sort of fence?
It's like netting. It's not fence. It's it'd just be like your standard net. I believe a lot of the Schlitterbahn rides. I know in Texas when I went down there, they had it on some of those. But I think what a lot of people are assuming, I mean, this is a huge assumption. I hate making it, but I think something happened where the boy probably went skyward and hit part of that net, because there are like some support beams holding that net up. I don't know how strong those are, but I have a feeling that happened. But there would just have had to have been so many different. There's restraints on this ride for being a water slide. There's like a car seatbelt over shoulder seatbelt thing. So I mean, there would just have to have been. It's just an unfortunate thing where I think like 50 things probably all went wrong at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, so again, I don't want to make crazy assumptions either. I mean, I just can't help but wonder. I think everybody's jumping to that conclusion because it seems like a fairly obvious assumption, unfortunately. But I guess, accident aside, my only question is, on a normal water slide, the entire thing is tubular. It's fiberglass all the way around. And when you've got an airtime hill on a water slide that could potentially have some sort of issue launching too fast or not having enough weight in the boat and getting airtime, like, how did this even get past inspections in the first place, having netting like that? Like, this seems like an obvious problem that could have happened from the get-go.
Or I raise you that and go, I work in marketing, so, and I'm sure, like Clint, you've been around the industry long enough. Like the parks are so controlling about usually what gets out when a new ride's being built. Like I remember, like Cedar Point, they used to at least turn off the webcams anytime there was a test, their first couple test runs, and you'd be like, oh, the ride must be testing because the webcams are down, and like you wouldn't be allowed to post videos until like media day, just because they were very controlling in case something went wrong those first few test runs. So, I mean, the fact that they put out these videos of the ride just flying off and like actually use it as part of a documentary on Discovery Channel, I've seen that clip over and over all day today, yesterday. I'm like, man, that's, from a PR standpoint, I know that built up the crazy hype train on it, but man, that's going to come back to bite them.
and that's what I thought they were doing. Like I thought, oh, they did that on purpose, so they were building the hype
turned it up
of it.
to full speed or something.
Yeah, and that's the silliest assumption to make because it is a gravity-driven ride. But you sit there and if it wasn't delayed, if it would have opened like a week later, I'd have been like, yeah, they were doing that for hype. But obviously, if you have a minimum and maximum weight limit, you really have to hit that, almost perfectly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if they're saying, oh, the minimum is this, and they give you a 50 pound radius in there just in case, one mistake and the raft is either flying up or it's not getting enough and it's not going to make it over. And in this case, I hate to assume, but since they're not announcing a lot, I think the guessing is going towards they didn't have enough weight, and that kid went airborne when he hit that airtime hill, and then you hit the netting, you hit one of those supports, and it's they put it there for your protection so you're not flying off, but at the same time when you hit that at a decent amount of speed, it's not going to feel good. That's for sure.
I just feel like take the accident out of the equation. Designing this ride in the first place, netting does not seem to me like the way to go. Fiberglass, clear fiberglass or something. I don't know if you still want the view on the airtime hill, just put a clear fiberglass top over it. Like netting to me, let's say the boat gets a little bit of airtime and somebody's got their hands up in the air, which I'm sure that's probably something they say not to do, but like how easy would this be to just rip somebody's arm off or something? Like, I don't know. It just seems sketchy at best. All of it always has, to be honest.
Didn't you guys say there's restraints on this ride?
Yeah, I mean,
so something had to have gone wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at the restraints. I'm going to see if I can pull up this video again. Now there's going to be some audio here, but when you're watching the commercial of the video, let's watch that again here.
It is taller than Niagara Falls. Stretches higher than the
you can see when you're watching the video when they do the reverse POV stuff, you can see that they have like a seatbelt on.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, and it seems like that would be very easy to just slip through if you're wet and
so
it's small enough.
Yeah, it seems like if you're small enough, wet enough, you're just going to slip right through that. Especially if there's enough upward momentum, it's just you're gonna be gone. So
now Ranger keeps talking in the chat room here. He's been on it and he's given us a little insight that you don't get tons of airtime. And if you watch the video, you see those videos of the test where it's flying off, but once they kind of got it under control, he's right. Like you get slowed down pretty much to the top where you're not flying over that.
And you can look at the track from the early test runs
to
the late test runs, and they got so much more stuff on the track that's slowing you down.
Slowing it down, yeah.
Yeah,
so what I have to think is, again, speculation here, but all those water jets are probably perfectly synced to get the boat up to the top at a right speed, not too fast, not too slow. What's not to say one of those water jets kicked into high gear and gave it a little extra oomph or something, Like I have a feeling like that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's probably just a couple things, a restraint going wrong, a water jet firing incorrectly. There's probably just 3 or 4 things that unfortunately happen at the same time.
And I have to say, I've been on not I guess zip coasters or the zip water slide coasters where it's like conveyor belts, and I've been on the ones where they push you uphill with water, and none of them seem all that great to me. Like for what they're putting in, I'm just like the ones where they're shoving you up with water. You're always getting like way drenched with the water, and it's uncomfortable, and it hits you in the back of the head. And sometimes you're trying to take a breath, and you're just inhaling nasty water park water. So why not just make the slides go down? Like why do we have to try to make them go up? That just seems silly to me.
And we are just kind of assuming here. I mean, for all we know, maybe something happened where this didn't happen on the airtime hill. Maybe this did just happen on the first drop itself, and it was a restraint failure or something. Who knows? Like, they haven't released enough information, and we are just speculating. It just sucks. It's a crappy situation, no matter how you look at it, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, what predictions? Is the slide going to reopen? You think they're going to keep it closed? Remove it? What do you guys think is going to happen from this point?
They son of beast it. It's gone.
Yeah,
son of beast.
I think it's gone. I'm surprised it lasts this long with the amount of challenges. Usually when you redesign a ride like 3 or 4 times or whatever it seemed like they were doing, then I don't know. Yeah, the parks. From what I can gather, is the park's still kind of new. Like it's I know the ride opened like 2 or 3 years ago, but I want to say the park's only a couple years older than the ride.
Yeah, it's only like 5-6 years old. Yeah.
So like, if you're a newer park like that, something happens at Cedar Point or something, they got like 150 years of like, hey, we're pretty good. We don't have accidents, But for a newer park like this, I feel like to win the crowd back, the local crowd back, you got to just get rid of it.
Yep, I mean, there's a lot of rides that have done damage over the years, and we've seen it close down rides and parks. What was the girl on the Intamin Drop Tower? That was Kentucky Kingdom, wasn't it?
Kentucky Kingdom,
yes, sir.
Yeah, and that was their last hurrah, and you see things like that all the time, and or not all the time, but it sucks. So yeah, Ariel in the chat room brought up a really good point, and she said maybe the boy tried to stand up. It's not necessarily the park's fault or the water slide's fault. There could have been some user error as well. We don't know. So that's a good point to bring up.
There is an active investigation, so we'll know more soon.
Yeah,
right.
Coasters Bro says
Coaster Bro.
Yeah, this isn't the best time, but he loves Joe's podcast. So. Good change of subject there. All right.
I believe it's Coaster Bro's birthday, actually.
What?
If shout out to Coaster Bro. It's either today or yesterday. I don't. Or maybe I'm talking about somebody else. You probably just shouldn't listen to me. If you guys have seen me on
Kenny, you're a wealth of knowledge.
Just listen to me.
All right.
You're jumping out of the cake, right, Kenny?
All right. So August is a great time for amusement parks. One, they're announcing all their haunt attractions, right? Kenny, that gets you excited, right?
Goddamn right it does.
Damn right it does. Okay, so they're announcing haunt, but they're also announcing 2017 stuff, or at least they start teasing us with the announcement of what they're going to be doing in 2017. So a lot of parks have already started teasing us with different things, Cedar Point, whether or not they're getting rid of Mean Streak, RMCing it, retracking, whatever the case may be there. We have several other parks announcing that they're getting rid of attractions, Valley Fair getting rid of their Enterprise, and of course haunt attractions at Universal and all that stuff. King's Dominion, my home park, did a teaser video of their new general manager talking about different things that were said on the internet, which is kind of a cool video because he's taking quotes that people have said on the internet and he's kind of reacting to them. So let's go see that video real quick and then get our responses.
I'm hearing word that there's some green wing coaster track being produced at the plant in Ohio, and already speculation's begun that it could possibly be for KD. Green? Red? Yeah. Valley Fair has announced that they are removing their Enterprise ride. I made a guess that KD was getting one to replace Shockwave. Could I have been off by a year? Maybe a few months? Who knows? Pat was a great manager of KD. Good luck filling in some big shoes, Gary. Big feet. Someone said the park put a life shark in the fountain as part of Shark Week. Yes, we certainly did. Not. Just got word a Goodwill in Richmond has Intimidator 305 merchandise. Are we losing the name next year? Just the merchandise. Or not. I heard today that the Eiffel Tower was going to be replaced by the world's largest Pikachu. Yes, it's not going to be very easy to peek at you. I wouldn't be surprised if GCI was who they brought in for the Hurler renovation, particularly seeing as they did work at Carowinds. I think that's the only place they work. If they're not doing anything until the off-season, then why close the ride now? Not that I'd waste my time riding it, but what replaces it maybe? The newest addition to Dinos Alive is going to be a real live dinosaur. Yes, I think he's, and with the Flintstones. California's Great America is getting Winterfest, and apparently King's Dominion is going to be doing Christmas in July. Hashtag KD 2017. We're going to have snowblowers. Great. Rumor has it that Dorney Park might be removing Dinosaurs Alive. Could this mean a removal chain-wide, freeing up some valuable space in the park? Ooh, that's a good rumor. Land clearing? It was already clear. My best guess is this is where fireworks will be launched from. Or NASA's next space shuttle. Just heard from inside sources that King's Dominion is in talks with Pokemon to change Planet Snoopy to Planet Pikachu. How did you know? Just drove down Doswell Road only to see a construction crew and equipment. Does this have anything to do with 2017? Thoughts? Possibly so. We definitely hope at King's Dominion BA gets fun picks next season. They definitely deserve it. Hashtag KD 2017. Yes, we do. There's been zero hype for KD in 2017, which really makes me wonder if KD is actually getting anything. Here we are. Instead of all this Pokemon stuff, how about introducing a new coaster for 2017 and put your energy into that? We will take that under advisement.
All right, stay tuned. August 20th, 2016, they will be announcing what they're going to be getting. So I guess we'll have to figure out or find out what they're getting then. But he touched on a lot of stuff in that video. Of course, not all of that stuff can be happening because, I mean, he talked from everything from coasters to flat rides to Pikachus.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs. Now, it's interesting because 3 of the things he said in there were things that I said. Word for word, they put it in there, so it was a copy of whatever I was saying. I talked about the I-305 merchandise at the Goodwill store, which, it's a possibility. We all talk about how the fact that they're not going to have the Intimidator name forever, so how long will they have it for? Enterprise being removed from Valley Fair could possibly be going to King's Dominion because they used to have the Apple Turnover ride, and that was an Enterprise-style ride, so maybe that could be our new ride next year. And the other thing was the land clearing at I-305. Somebody was saying that there was land clearing. I was telling them that wasn't land clearing for anything new. That was just them pushing dirt around, which they still have been pushing dirt around. Nothing has happened on that site at all. So very interesting stuff there. Everything is leaning towards King's Dominion getting Winterfest next year, which is probably the plan of what's going on. It's not going to happen this year because Six Flags America is doing theirs this year. Busch Gardens has theirs. And next year, I believe King's Dominion will be adding Winterfest, along with obviously 2 other parks and a park that already has it. So it'll be interesting. I feel like 5 years from now, almost all parks will be staying open through Christmas. So whether they're in cold climates or not, I think it's going to happen.
Even Cedar Point.
Even Cedar Point. I think a lot of I do. I think Kings Island tried it, failed. They're going to try again. I believe that they're probably going to be one of the ones getting Winterfest too.
Remember, Cedar Point is on a peninsula in Lake Erie.
Yeah.
I have been there.
Cedar Point did try it. They did it in like 94, 95. And they had like where you could take a sleigh ride around the park and they had like the carousel open and apparently no one showed up. So,
I mean, I was cold there like on a June night.
I remember how stupid it sounded when I was growing up that Valley Fair would stay open past Labor Day to do Halloween. It was like, oh, they'll never do that. That's stupid.
Yeah, but those bitches are crazy up there. I mean, that's basically
2 feet
Canada.
of snow, no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what you're going to end up doing, too, because it's definitely
I
happened.
see Cedar Point do something. I just getting really close to Christmas or in the winter Man, it gets real bad up there.
And they're not tied to a major market or as major of a market. Kings Island, it's a major city. Valley Fair, major city. Cedar Point, not so much. I think if they ever did it, it would be probably some hotel packages with Castaway Bay, and then it'd probably be something simple like sleigh ride around the park or something smaller scale versus Carowinds, who I'm sure will have half their rides open. And
well, and I mean, Carowinds is totally different. They're lucky if they get snow all year. But exactly. Six Flags Great Adventures not close to any big city. It's hours or an hour for New York, hour for Philadelphia.
It's right next to New York City. What are you talking about?
It's an hour away from New York City. It's definitely
it's also
an hour
a train ride.
Yeah. There's a train that goes there? I don't think so.
There's the New Jersey line or something like that.
Yeah, you can take it, and it's like only a couple miles from the park.
That's not true at all. A couple miles from the park, that's not true.
Uber.
Yeah. Uber is out in that small little town. No, but anyways, I could see Cedar Point not doing it, but at the same time, I think a lot of other parks are going to be jumping on this bandwagon, and I think we'll see a lot more parks doing it on some scale. And obviously, I believe in the next year or two, we're really going to see whether or not that's successful with Six Flags. Them continuing to add it to parks. Last year was a very mild winter, so it was very easy for them to have success on that. But the first real test is going to be when it actually gets cold. And if they can make people commit to a family tradition prior to it getting too cold, it doesn't matter. People will go in the cold. But they're not going to want to go in the cold if it's not already something that they plan or like to do. So
I was going to say last winter was a very mild winter and everything worked out great. And now other parks are going to try and make it happen as well. And hopefully it works. I mean, I'm pulling for it. St. Louis is getting it this year, and I'm planning on checking it out. I'd love to see it at more parks. I'd love to see it at Six Flags Great America, but I just don't know. It's kind of like Cedar Point. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool if they catered it to Cedar Point's a little bit of an extreme. I feel like most people go there for the roller coasters, and if you don't really have anything else to do, what are you going to do at Cedar Point?
Well, my point is, it's mostly the weather situation because that does get really crazy up here.
Right.
The two things you didn't mention though is they do have that all seasons indoor water park that they do own with the hotel. I think it's Caldari or something like that. I forget.
Kalahari?
Kalahari, yes, thank you.
Do they own that?
I think they do, yeah.
Who owns that?
I think it's Cedar Point, yeah.
No. Cedar Point doesn't own Kalahari. Cedar Point owns Castaway Bay.
Oh, Castaway Bay, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the ones that's nearby.
All the same thing.
Aren't you some type of expert? Come on, Joe.
No. We're not.
Don't you live in? Where do you live, Joe?
I'm in Akron.
You're up there. You're right there.
Yeah, I am.
He's a Geauga Lake expert.
No, well that's not a dying breed at all.
Too soon.
Pouring it out right here. Wait, we need the video update. There we go. Pouring it out right here. Personally, but also they have breakers. They have all their hotels up there. So I can totally see a reason and a possibility for them doing a winter event just so they can have the hotels open later, especially since they've done a ton of renovations and everything. I just don't think it'll be something where they may have a lot of the rides open. But I can see them do something. It'd have to be different and very special. But I think they can do it.
I think if they, I think the two things. I think if they have to think like strategically and plan it out. Like the fact that New Jersey's getting the Justice League Dark Ride, it's like, yep, they're planning on, okay, if there's a really cold winter day, we still have a ride that we can throw open. And they have like that Vekoma Funhouse too they can put open or whatever. Like Cedar Point, like really there's nothing inside that. So I feel like if Cedar Point wants to set themselves up for success, they throw in like a dark ride that they'd be able to open year round. But I think Cedar Point is also the outlier in the sense that they have like hardcore fans, and a bunch of them show up for that winter event that I know you gone to, Kenny, a few times.
Yeah.
And
I was at the winter. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and so I think like with Cedar Point, you can almost do like Whereas the other parks, it caters to, whatever, just the average Joe Schmo going to the park. Where Cedar Point, you almost get to open it for maybe, every Saturday in December and just have some of the roller coasters lit up and stuff like that. And you're still going to get, a couple hundred nerds at least paying $10-20 to walk in, just be like, oh, I'm at Cedar Point in the winter,
Well, and that's a good point. Why, how hard would it be to just do a drive-through Cedar Point thing? A lot of places do that where they, they have Christmas lights programmed to music. And you just drive through it. So, really though, Winterfest. Obviously, we know it's going to be at 4 Cedar Fair parks total because it was already at Knott's, going to 3 others. So we'll have to just wait and see. And how successful it is, and again, we don't even know how successful in this area it's going to be because Six Flags America hasn't done their event yet. It's just planned to be done this year. One other interesting thing that they touch on in the video is Fun Picks. That's one of those season pass add-on things that they're doing at, I believe, Kings Island, and maybe some other parks as well.
Yes.
So
Kings Island currently has it.
Yeah, it would be great to see. I love the idea of those things. And before it even became popular, I was messaging friends at Kings Dominion saying, "Hey, I would pay a buttload of money to do all season long fast pass. If you gave me a fast pass that I could use all season long on my season pass, I'd pay a buttload of money." So really, they're getting to the point where I'm going to be paying like $600 a year just to do all the Kings Dominion add-ons: a meal plan, the souvenir cup, the fast pass system on all
fast
season
pass.
long.
Is there ever any lines there except Volcano?
Well, I mean. I would do it because I'm a VIP. I want the VIP treatment. I want to go on a Saturday and butt in front of people. That's what I want to do.
Do you know how much the all season wide picture option is at Kings Island?
I have no clue.
It's $40.
I would do it.
Oh man, yeah.
But $40 and you get your picture all season, right?
Universal used to have it for like $75 or $50 for annual pass holders all year. I did that all the time. It's just a steal.
And
I used to do that with my annual pass down here for Universal, and like I never buy on my phones, but it's like, all right, you tell me for $50 every time I can go make a stupid face and like get the photo. Why not?
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're not going to make any money. They're not going to make any money on this technology anymore because nobody wants to carry around a souvenir picture.
No.
Nobody wants to hang it up in their room. They want to put it up on Facebook right away, and to have you to pay $40. I mean, like Andrew said, I never buy souvenir photos, but if I had a $40 option to get them all season long, I would do it in a heartbeat. And that's $40 they would never get from me. Now they got it.
A few years ago when Diamondback opened at Kings Island, I was there because I went to school at UD. They were like, hey, like you can get a downloadable option for the on-ride photo of Diamondback for $2. I'm like, yes, I'll do that. Oh, you have to buy the $15 photo to begin
and
with.
that's
I'm
because
like, no.
that's because they
What are you going to do with it? Like, I if I really wanted, I would have bought the photo, threw it in the trash can. Like, I'm not carrying that thing around.
And that's because
photo.
they have a deal with the printer company. It's not Kodak, or it might be Kodak, but the people who supply the paper to the parks, they have a contract with. So they have to stay with it for so long, and hopefully that this is the end of the contract. Hopefully they're just going to get it done, and we can get our digital photos, and it's going to be great. So
it's great down here at Disney. Like, it's almost stalkerish. Like, I'll go to the park, I won't even like it automatically registers your Magic Band. Like, it senses you're walking through. I'll like come home. I'll be like, oh man, I don't even remember riding Test Track, but apparently I did because there's my on-ride photo. Like, I didn't even have to do anything.
It's super creepy when all your friends go to the park.
Oh yeah, because you can see your friends.
And you see,
too.
I just opened the my family friends were there, and I was friends with them on the app back when we did a few years ago with them. And I just opened the app when they're down there, and it's like, we just rode Mine Train an hour ago. And I'm like, awesome, I'm at work. So it's really weird.
I had a coworker who would like always be like taking girls on dates to Disney, and I'd like see it on there. I'm like, oh, brought a new girl to Disney this weekend.
That is horrible. All right, so that's some of the things that could be happening at Kings Dominion and Cedar Fair parks and all parks actually.
Can I get an insert something real quick?
Sure.
I used to live in Richmond. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow,
such a random fact. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. So Kings Dominion used to be my park back in the day.
It used to be. It's not your park anymore. It's my park.
There you go. My first big boy coaster was Hypersonic XLC.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Opening year back when it wasn't beating the hell out of you.
See,
and
that's
didn't
a
have
whole
the giant like cocoon around you.
that is a whole reason to get the fast pass alone, is just so you could travel back in time and get on that ride without a wait. So
Exactly.
People are still waiting for it, I hear.
oh man,
Yeah, that was one hell of a ride. That was really weird.
I will say this: out of any launch coaster I've ever been on, this includes King to Ka and Top Thrill Dragster. It was always the most intense because
no question.
Yeah, you're going 0 to 80 in 2 seconds. Where
1.8.
Or 1.8. With all the other ones, it's like 0 to 120 in 4 seconds. So and the launch was so short; it was just boom right in the back of your seat. So
It was like 25 feet long.
Yeah, it was.
You're
It was
80
great.
miles an hour. It's so that is the most intense thing I've ever experienced on a roller coaster.
It was awesome. I loved it.
My 2 cents. I heard there was Rocky Mountain Coaster people at King's Dominion this past weekend.
Really? Huh.
Get the rumor started.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Yeah,
thanks a lot, Joe.
Hulk is down. Not Hulk. Hurler's down right now. So
yeah. Oh, Joe, you're really a dream to have on the podcast. Thanks a lot. I've already been all season long going, guys, don't get your hopes up. It's not RMC, okay? I wouldn't even bet that it's Great Coasters. I bet you it's in-house. It's not, blah blah blah. And now you're
the
dropping
fact that it's closed
RMC.
is better already than when it was open. So
it's funny because back when they were announcing the bigger, better Planet Snoopy. I was saying in April that they were getting a new Snoopy. By July, they already started teasing they were going to get a world record-breaking attraction. And so everybody was going crazy about them getting a roller coaster. I was like, guys,
the most amount of Snoopies.
Yeah, don't go crazy. It's going to be Snoopy. It's Snoopy, Snoopy, Snoopy. And everybody went crazy. And the second they announced we're getting the world's largest Snoopy-themed play area,
yeah, to be fair, that was one of the worst marketing campaigns.
Oh yeah, they're like world record breaking, tune in.
Yes,
I mean there was like a rocket like above the planet and everything.
Even when they said we're getting the world's largest themed Snoopy area, I was like, I think Kings Island's maybe bigger.
It is.
I was like,
it
doesn't even seem it. Yeah.
So, but going back to Hurler real quick, so. The one at Carowinds, GCI redid that, right? Because that was pretty good. Like last time I went there, it was pretty decent.
I don't know if GCI did that one, but I know they did Thunder Road. I know they did that.
Yeah, no. Thunder
that was
Road
great for the 8 months that they kept it open.
Thunder Road. Thunder Road.
GCI did Hurler.
They could have done Hurler.
Hurler at
There's a chance,
Carowinds, and then Rocky Mountain did Thunder Road at Kentucky Kingdom, and I thought, I was like, oh, I've been on the Hurlers. I'm like, oh, boring ride. I went on Thunder Run at Kentucky Kingdom. I'm like, man. Whatever they did to it, it was a badass ride.
Joe, I was at King's Dominion today, and I saw the fire marshal there. So there's a chance that it could just be a control burn.
Sure, yeah, let's go with it.
I always like to point out underneath Mean Streak, there's a giant gas line. I'm like, who runs a giant gas line? You're like the world's biggest wooden roller coaster. Like, come on. Like,
the Enchanted Tiki Room back before they redid it.
Right.
That's the gas line.
That's one way to get it to be redone.
Whoops! And
I don't smoke, but I always want to smoke.
Things happen. It's insurance.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This one's going to make Little Spoon very happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I can't even wait.
Did you book your flights yet, bro?
I did. Oh my God, I did.
Are you going to be down there when I'm down there?
I'm going to be down there then, yeah.
All right,
Nice.
so what is this? I don't even know what this is. I didn't see this movie. I have no clue.
I have no idea what this was. All I kept seeing is all over Facebook.
God
It's like,
damn
oh
it.
my God.
God damn it, guys. God damn it.
Do you guys know what Krampus is to begin with?
No clue. No clue.
So Krampus is like the evil Santa Claus in German culture.
Okay.
So like he punishes all the bad boys and girls like on Christmas night and steals them. So they basically did a Shaun of the Dead style comedy horror around Krampus last year. And it's always been rumored for Halloween Horror Nights, like last year it was, and then this year they're actually doing a Krampus house.
So, and this isn't the first time that they've done a Christmas-themed house. Years ago, I want to say like 5, 6, 7 years ago, they did a Christmas Gone Wrong style house at Universal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. That's all we got. I had this is why I hate IAPA. Okay, this is why I hate IAPA.
Because you go 3 weeks after it closes.
No. Because that year that I went, it was I think like me, Will Holder, and some other guys. We're doing videos, and it was the first year we had the In the Loop office, which meant we had a private space for video editing, but it also meant that we were constantly working on getting videos edited and uploaded. And these guys, there was a free tour of the Universal House weeks after it closed, where they opened it back up and brought us through with characters and everything. And guess who got stuck behind editing? Well, they went and did that. Me. So all I got to see was pictures of this house.
That's not so smooth. That's not smooth.
No, that was not smooth at all, Will Holder.
Not smooth.
No, I always got screwed out of stuff like that. So, we got to get these videos edited. Well, the rest of the group is not just going to sit there and watch you edit, so we're going to go do fun stuff while you sit there and edit.
Do you remember what house it was?
No, it was the Christmas house. It was the Christmas house. So it was, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. It was somewhere in there. So it was a while ago.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the house that they kept up, and you could go through, and I missed out on it.
So I'm just gonna say this much. Ever since seeing the movie last year, I've been praying for this to happen. And back in March, I went down to St. Louis for Transworld, which is the Haunt Industries.
Yes,
like
you should clarify that. That could be mistaken the wrong way.
Don't get
Oh, Kenny, you dog.
I mean, hey, let's not go there. But so the Transworld convention is like the Haunt Industries. I don't know if it's like the Midwest biggest convention or the biggest one in the country. I'm not sure. Whatever. There was a Krampus facade there, which was just a wild success the whole weekend. Whether this, I'm not gonna say whether this maze is gonna be amazing or not. I mean, I don't know. For all I know, it could end up being a dud, but I don't think it's gonna be. I really honestly think that this is probably gonna be at the very least may possibly be the most what's the word I'm looking for? Like amongst the just the general population, like I really think this one might be the biggest hit as far as like long lines and whatnot.
Dark horse, crowd pleaser,
yeah. Like I just feel like the lines are gonna be fucked every night.
What do we know where in the park this is going to be? What
This is going in the second Shrek theater.
Shrek, yeah.
This is exactly where last year they did Asylum in Wonderland.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I don't think.
So is this going to be considered the like joke house of the year? I know every year that.
Nope.
No, I mean, I think they're gonna. The movie was, it was a horror comedy, but I honestly think they're just gonna go balls out on the horror factor.
What I understand is we still have a 3D house coming.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
But I hear it's Chance.
That's what I was gonna say. It's supposed to be the Chance house.
So.
I don't know. It's like I said, whether the house is a hit or not, as far as like being a good house, I just think that this is gonna have the biggest draw to it.
Probably because it's different. It's not zombies, like right? Like there's. Like,
I think Exorcist can be huge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. I guess personally, I've got issues with that one.
There's still one IP that has not been officially announced yet that I believe that's coming that I think can be also huge.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I think that one could be big. And then there's a bunch of other just random, smaller ones. So,
Clint, how often do you guys ever talk Horror Nights on this show, or is this like a?
I am so bored right now. I went to Horror Nights for the first time in like 10 years last year during my honeymoon, and we stayed like 3 or 4 hours and then left like 4 hours before it closed because we were at the park for like 16 hours at that point, so we were falling asleep. Love the Bill and Ted stuff. The houses, are hit and miss for me, because I feel like the rest of the industry is now catching up on the quality that they do. Obviously, they have more room to do it, so they do like their big production houses and stuff. But I feel like the quality of the houses are right on par with what Cedar Fair, not Six Flags, just Cedar Fair, I guess. Busch Gardens, I guess, would be on that same level as well. But I feel like I get more scared at those parks because it's not like wall-to-wall people. Like, the ratio of characters compared to the people that are in the park are way higher at the other parks than Universal, where it's like 0.1% are characters and the rest are just people, back to back, doing their queue line, conga line through the houses.
Even last year, because last year had a lot of people in the scare zones.
Last year's the only year. Or what are we talking about? King's Dominion or?
No, I'm talking about Halloween Horror Nights last year.
Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights. I'm saying it was ridiculously packed, and I didn't feel scared or threatened. I just was walking around like, this is stupid.
Did you go through the houses or the scare zones?
We did a little bit of everything. So I don't even remember what scare houses we did. Was there a Friday the 13th house? I think we did that.
There was a Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason house. We did that, and I was
That's good.
displeased with that one.
Okay.
We did the what was it? The
25th anniversary house.
The Walking Dead house. We did. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
we did
sorry.
No!
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and the Walking Dead. Yeah, I was just like, this is I didn't. Yeah, and
did you do the 25th anniversary house?
I'm pretty sure I did. What was it? What? Give me a run. Maybe I didn't.
That's the one.
Know.
That's basically the Jack house.
It was the greatest hits of the last.
Yeah, maybe I didn't do that one.
It
but,
was like 6.5, 7 minutes long to walk through the whole thing.
Yeah. I just remember, and this was on par with what I had done years ago, because last time I went, they had a Saw house, and they had all these elaborate scenes in there, but you could never stop to watch the scene because you had to continue walking, so you were just catching the scene at whatever part it just happened to be, and the giant conga line of people going through. So I don't care for that kind of hunt. I like the kind of hunt where they let 6 people go through, and again, they could never do this at Universal because there's so many fucking people. But
here's one question. What happens if they have a house where you pay money to go into above anything else? And then that allows you that more like technology or more personalized touch. Like, because they've been doing the
that's what Six Flags does, doesn't it? Don't they? Most Six Flags parks, upcharge most of their houses or some of their houses.
Well, I think it'd be more like Busch Gardens with Alone, what they did.
Yeah, but that's one house, and that's a real specialized. You're one person going through, so I would pay extra for something like that.
Or small group. My example being the legendary Truth, which they do the last weekend for the past few years, where they test new technology for houses. So 2 years ago, they had like giant iPads you took around, and it was augmented reality. And last year, you were going through scare zones or something, and you had like Google glasses on or something. And it was something very similar to that. So imagine that in a house, and
I think we're going to probably start seeing that very soon. The Google glasses and augmented reality kind of stuff. I think we're going to see both of that coming very quickly into houses. You were going to see houses where they're not. All they're going to have to do is put up walls and sensors, and when you're walking through, you're putting glasses on and getting a whole new reality. I mean,
screens are everywhere at Universal.
Yeah.
Screens with a Z.
Hashtag.
All right, we need to really move along here because now we are behind, but we also started late too. So we have fan videos. We've got 2 videos. This first one's going to be kind of long, so I'm going to go ahead and put it full screen. And this is Famous Amos getting a chance to ride Lightning Rod at Dollywood. Very well produced video. So let's check it out.
Every time you say Famous Amos, I want cookies.
Hey, what is up, internet fans? It's Famous Amos here, and I'm going to give you my personal review of Dollywood's new for 2016 launched wooden roller coaster Lightning Rod. Now, before I get started, I'm not a very seasoned coaster enthusiast, which means that I have not been on very many roller coasters yet, since my current coaster count is only 34. So there are lots of great roller coasters in the world that I have not been on yet. However, I will be comparing this list to my current list of ridden roller coasters. This list includes roller coasters from King's Dominion, Carowinds, and Dollywood, considering those are the only parks that I've been to. Let me start by saying that I live and work at Carowinds here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Whenever I feel like riding Fury and I don't have to work that day, all I have to do is walk for about 3 minutes and I'm riding it. So it's safe to say that I'm pretty spoiled by Fury. But that's not what you're here to listen to. In January of 2016, we held our annual Ace Southeast Winter Warm-Up event at Dollywood. It was my first time ever at the park, and we stayed in their wonderful Dream World Resort. At the end of the event, Pete Owens gave us a tour of Lightning Rod, which involved a rather tiring and muddy hike up the side of the mountain. At the top, we were literally next to the top of the launch hill, staring down the first drop and into the valley. It was an amazing experience to see this in person, and to imagine seeing trains launching over that hill. If you would like to see that event, I have it entirely documented on my YouTube channel. However, in March of 2016, the park experienced a serious backlash from its fans and fellow coaster enthusiasts alike when it announced Lightning Rod's closing, which remained closed for nearly 3 months. During that time, very few people got the chance to ride this beast. Then, on August 4th, 2016, we took a trip to Dollywood. As it turns out, Lightning Rod officially opened that same day. It's safe to say that, even though I had never ridden any of the rides there, I arranged straight towards Lightning Rod for my first ride of the day. This section of the park was rather busy, and the sign for the technical ride rehearsal was still in front of the station. Nonetheless, we saw trains cresting the top of the launch hill and went into the queue line. You start in the very bottom of the garage. Here, there is an actual Lightning Rod hot rod. The queue then snakes its way around the back of the garage and leads you to an open, optional, extended queue, which was fortunately closed off and not in use. This is where the line started for us. Fortunately, it was a 2-train operation that day, which made the wait time significantly less, about 35 minutes. From this point, we go up some stairs and into the second level of queue lines. There are all kinds of little props lying around on the tables in the center. Along the walls are chalk drawings and such, and this room also serves as a small extended queue, which was not in use. At the end of the hall is another set of stairs which lead us up to the next level of queues. Again, this acts as an extended queue, which was in use. During all of this waiting, there are several windows in which we could watch the trains get launched over the hill and eventually come back. I had never seen such a fast wooden roller coaster before. The final level is the station level. The group replaced us towards the middle back of the train. I was trying to get the very back, but alas, alack, I wasn't going to be very picky, to say the least. There are signs that say no loose articles. However, there are small cubbies in the station for you to place your things. We then boarded the train, and I couldn't contain my excitement as the train left the station. The train leaves the station. Then it makes a right-hand turn towards the launch hill. The engine revs. The people on the train get excited as they stare into their fate. Then, the tires screech as you get launched up the 20-story hill at speeds of 45 miles per hour. Then, at the top, you come out of your seat twice before taking a 165-foot drop down to the bottom of the valley, where you reach a record-breaking 73 miles per hour. Then, the riders hit an overbanked wave turn, which provided exceptional airtime coming out of the drop, which I did not expect to get. Then back up the hill and into the 90-degree overbanked top hat element. Your body gets thrown one way as the train goes another, again providing exceptional airtime. The next few hills provide lots of great ejector airtime at high speeds. Up next, the quadruple down. Each time you crest a hill, you get thrown out of your seat. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then a high-speed, low-angle hill for more ejector airtime as you enter the ride's twist and shout turnaround, similar to Fury. Then into the final brake run to conclude the 3,800-foot-long trip. Every single one of us on that train were screaming and yelling in excitement. I couldn't believe what had just happened. To be my very first RMC, I think I chose a good one. That was definitely a great way to start our day at Dollywood. I came back later in the evening to get one more ride, but sadly, some weather in the area prevented that from happening as the ride had to go down for lightning. Overall, the ride itself is stunning. It is nowhere near as rough as some people make it out to be. Every single drop, turn, and hill provided some sort of airtime, even when I didn't expect it. This is definitely an A+ ride for me, and even almost took Fury's spot as number 1 on my personal list of best roller coasters. But Lightning Rod still remains as my number 2 best roller coaster. This is definitely a hit for Dollywood. even with the recent backlash from fans and enthusiasts. This has been a wonderful experience for me, and I would like for all of you to experience it just the same. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my review of Lightning Rod, and I'll see you on the Midway.
All right, very nice video submitted by Famous Amos. That was incredible. That was
Kind of depressing.
Yeah, it ended on like the quiet, somber music.
Yeah, it was sad. Reese was crying in the chat room.
Ironing that lightning rod was down for lightning.
Yeah, nice pun.
Yeah,
see what you did there.
Windseeker down for wind and lightning rod down for lightning. Yep. So I haven't. Has anybody had a chance to ride it? No,
I have not.
No.
Lane did go down yesterday and rode it. So
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I missed it by a couple of days. So me, Reese, Legend, and Molly headed down there, and we were unable to ride it. So, gift shop was nice though.
Did you buy a bunch of merchandise?
I did. I got a metal sign and some other stuff too. So,
in case it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, just in case I don't have this merchandise anymore. Hopefully, we get Andrew back here in a few minutes. All right. So that was that lightning rod video, and I hope that at this point the ride is now just open. And it's not going to have any more issues, but I guess we'll see. New rides come with new issues, so we'll have.
This one comes with a lot of issues, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So I still had a good time at Dollywood, though. Did you guys see the video of Reese riding the donkey?
Oh, what a jackass! No pun intended. I really didn't mean it that way. That guy. Seriously, he's worse at riding a mechanical bull than he is at playing Midway games. If anybody saw the Midway game video of Mr. Clark Duke,
he's horrible.
That dude sucks at everything, apparently.
Yeah. All right, we got another fan-submitted video. This is going to be DJ D-Dog checking in from Claymore Park. I don't really know what that is, but I think he kind of explains it, so let's get that rundown.
Jay here for In the Loop On Air, and I am at Cranmore. I was supposed to go to Santa's Village today, however, it rained, so we decided not to go. I'm going back home today, so we're going to be back up here some other time this summer for Santa's Village. But today was pretty cool. I got to do a bunch of firsts for me. I got to go on my first time tubing, which was good. On the way down, going up, it was one of those moving sidewalks, and those freaked me out, so they had to stop it for me. And then I also got on my first Screamin' Swing. I mean, not Screamin' Swing, Screamin' Eagles, and also my first Alpine coaster. And those were both really cool. The Alpine coaster, since it was raining, really picked up speed, which was cool. But overall, it's been a great day. A little bummed they didn't go to Santa's Village, but this will have to do. Next visit, I'll be at Santa's Village. Got 2 credits this trip, Rorosaurus and the Alpine coaster. I already have Polar Express. And I gotta say, it was fun. I'm gonna come back up here some other day to do Addertash and Santa's. And don't forget, large movers are life.
All right, that's DJ D-Dog checking in from... the video is going to be all screwed up unless Andrew happens to come back at this point. So,
hello.
Yeah, now Joe is Andrew, and Little Spoon, he's all over the place. Yeah, I don't even... Yeah, this is the new software is amazing unless you lose somebody in the call, in which case then it screws everything up. So, but there you go.
So, excuse my ADD. Where did he say this park was?
I have no Claymore. I don't know. Cranmore.
Oh, he never said where it was.
More. So I guess we have to go to the chat room and see if somebody can pull that up for us. I don't know. He sent in 3 videos, and the other 2 we're not going to be able to get to today. But that one I thought was interesting. He went on a Soaring Eagle. That's pretty cool. The zipline rides. I love those. Of course, mountain coasters are great. Big difference between Alpine and mountain coaster. Alpine is the sled. Mountain coaster is the track. So yeah.
Well, the second he said Santa's Village, it kind of threw me off. There's only a couple of those, and I live
New Hampshire. He said DJ D-Dog says New Hampshire.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was
somebody,
not. It was
somebody
not
in the chat also just dropped an epic comment. Said, "I've met Reese in person. 0 out of 10."
Sounds
about right.
All right then. So we have our game. Is what happened to Andrew? Does anybody have a message from Andrew or what's going on?
No, I'll send him one. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what's on Twitter.
Internet crapped out. Rebooting router.
Oh, okay.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. Well, it's going to make the game even that much more interesting. Okay, so this is what we got. We have a game that we're going to be playing today without Andrew. So it's going to be Kenny versus Joe in the chat room. All right, so the chat room can play along too. What we're going to do? They're on a 7-second delay though.
Good thing they're on a delay.
Yeah, they get 7. You guys get 7 seconds on them, and I still think that you're probably going to lose to them. So
I was to say I need handicap. That's fine.
All right, so I've got 3 POV videos, and these videos are going to be courtesy of Coaster Force. Coaster Force is bringing us this video, this game that we're going to be playing today. Are you guys still there? Oh, no, I think I lost everybody. Let's see if we can call everybody back in. I don't know what just happened there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
I hear people. I see someone.
Joe's hands are up.
I give up at this point. I don't even know what's going on.
How are we going to play this game? I can't see anything.
Did we get closer to what we're supposed to be at? Exit full screen? No, that's... hold on. Normal view?
I blame Clint's fancy new software.
I told you guys not to get disconnected. It would screw everything up. I told you this.
Like I can help it, asshole.
I didn't get disconnected.
Hey, at least you guys are in the right windows.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So now we've got that.
All right.
I still don't know why it's...
Is that a picture of Clint hugging Mickey Mouse? Minnie Mouse?
No, Minnie.
Wait,
Minnie.
Minnie Mouse?
Yeah,
I can't see. It's all pixelated.
The red bow, bro.
I don't know why this is so screwed up at this point. It should have fixed itself now that everybody's on. But it's because my there we go. That kind of fixed it.
I probably screwed it up. That's probably the reason.
That kind of fixed it. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, we're almost there, so let's get the game underway. Presented by Coaster Force.
Florida Internet. You know how it is.
All right. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video. You guys, the first person who can ring in and tell us what coaster we're looking at, is going to get the TV. Okay. TV is being purchased by Reese, and so you guys can contact him for the TV. All right. So here is coaster number 1. Let me number 13. Okay, here we go.
How do we ring in? How do we ring in?
How do we ring in? What's the
we'll do it like 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago when we played the skanky Disney character game. I need Barnyard Animals. What's that?
Can't say I watched the skanky Disney character.
It was great. It was absolutely fabulous. I tried to look up Disney characters, and all I kept getting was like skanky Halloween costumes of Disney characters. So I put that up instead, and they had to guess what Disney character it was. It was great.
I have an air horn on my phone.
No. Just go ahead and make a barnyard. Okay, so Joe, what's your favorite barnyard animal?
I'm just going to go cacaw.
Okay, cacaw. Go, Jason, cacaw, like that?
Yes.
Do you know what movie that's from?
No, not really.
Does anybody know what movie that's from?
No idea.
Maybe we need a signal. Maybe if I just kind of cut my hands like this and go, cacaw. You're an idiot. We've got these. That was the air horn.
That's going to be my...
All right, I'm going to see if somebody in the chat room knows that, but we'll see.
What is it? The big game or whatever?
No. Okay, so Joe's going to do cacaw. Andrew, what are you going to do?
Oh, man.
Barnyard animal noise. You got it.
I'll go cow. I love beef.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What is it? Moo. There you go. Kenny.
Moo.
Kenny.
There you go.
Just going to go with that.
That's
okay.
the sound of a pig.
All right. All right, here's number 1. All right, first person to... nobody got the movie. I am shocked that nobody got the movie.
What is it?
I just know it's from Arrested Development, sort of.
No, it was...
That's where I get it from.
Everyone in the chat room's like 12 years old,
They've
right?
given up. It was Galaxy Quest.
Oh, that's
Galaxy Quest.
Really?
Never surrender.
Yes.
Never surrender.
Wow, I have not seen that in forever.
Yes, it was from Galaxy Quest.
That was a hilarious movie, but all I remember is never surrender. Or something
Never
like
give
that.
up. Never surrender. Yeah. By Grabthar's hammer. What a savings.
I know what I'll be watching this weekend.
All right, here we go. First video. You guys, the first person to guess it gets it. All right, here we go.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Ooh, the twisted drop got me. Ravine Flyer. Moo.
Moo. Andrew, what is it?
Moo, Ravine Flyer.
Ravine Flyer.
2.
Okay, Ravine Flyer 2. There you go. That is Ravine Flyer 2. Good job. Good job.
The flags tripped me up. I thought the flag.
There was a Canadian flag. Did you guys see the Canadian flag on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right. How close is Wildermere to Canada?
Oh, it's across Lake Erie.
Oh, so it's in Canada.
No, it's in Pennsylvania. But
That's
it's on
Canada.
Lake Erie.
God damn it, Clint.
It's in Erie, right?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Canada, same difference.
Yeah.
Nobody told me it was going to be expert level shit.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. It just happened to be the first one was reverse POV. I just had to throw you off.
You didn't cheat earlier?
Yeah,
no.
That's right.
Oh, my internet was shitting out. I couldn't see it if I wanted to.
The cheating has already started. All right. Next video. Let's give it a shot here. Andrew's got 1 point. Here comes the next one.
Oh, forward POV this time at least.
Yeah.
Still doesn't know. Still doesn't know.
Oh. Hey, wait.
Oh.
Move, Andrew.
Thunderhead. The wooden coaster that's operating at
Yes, Thunderhead. This was going to give it away if you couldn't get it before right there. That stage, yeah. So Thunderhead, courtesy of Coaster Force there. Man, I rode Thunderhead a couple weeks ago, and it roughed me up a little bit. I don't know if it's my back injury or what, but it seemed a little rough.
This is horse shit. I've not been on either of these rides. I'm calling bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit on the fact that you haven't been to Dollywood.
Yeah, that's bullshit. What are you doing? Jeez.
Well, I don't know what to tell
You're
you.
waiting for the new ride next year, Lightning Rod. I know.
Exactly.
All right, one more.
Some asshole canceled free RT, or I would have been
yeah.
there.
Well, that asshole would be Dollywood because no, actually, it would be Rocky Mountain Coasters.
Dolly Parton, you're called.
Yeah, Dolly Parton, you're such an asshole. All right, last one. Maybe we'll do more of these next week. Here's the last one. Let's see if you guys can get this. This is expert shit right here.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
God damn it. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a wooden coaster next to it.
Is this I got this.
Oh.
Kenny?
Galaxy at Indiana Beach?
Hey, what is its name?
Galaxy?
No.
No?
No?
I don't know. I definitely see it's Indiana Beach, but I don't know the name. Like that right there, that gives it away. The two coasters, but.
He's frantically trying to find the name now.
RCP.com.
Oh, somebody beat you guys. Adams Coaster Chronicles got it in the chat room.
Tiger?
Yeah, it's like Tiger or Tigger? Tiger?
I'm sure it's Tigger.
Yeah, it's Tigger. Well, they spell T-I-G, R-R. Tigger?
I don't like this game. Have you played this game before? Don't keep
Who said
doing
spelling counts?
Yeah, that's how it's spelled. T-I-G, R-R.
That's the redneck Indiana spelling for you.
I think they painted it a different color this year. That's what threw me off.
Yeah, well, you had it. You just didn't know the name of it.
So, do I get a half a point or something?
Yeah,
you get
sure.
an in the loop trading card.
I'll give you a half a point. There you go. Andrew still wins. I'll give you the full point. Andrew still wins. So
I'll let you keep your TV.
Yeah,
Kenny.
just go ahead and give him your TV.
Can have it, buddy.
All right. I think that does it. I think we've officially made up our hour, coming in a little late, so I think we've done it. Joe, thank you very much for stopping by the show. You want to give a little plug for what you got going on over there at Parkscope?
Yeah, sure. You can check out all of us at parkscope.net. We don't post enough, but we try. I have some things I want to post. Also, my buddy Jeff does the 30 greatest Disney attractions never built. He's writing a bunch of articles on it, so it includes the original Superstar Limo, the original version of Discovery Riverboat Tours, the original.
Oh, wait, hold on a
Disneyland
second.
Trivo.
Hold on a second. You're saying that Superstar Limo made it into the top 30 best attractions?
No. Best never, like, not 30 top best, sorry.
Okay. I was like,
Never
wait a minute. There's a reason why
original.
Superstar Limo only stayed around for like a year.
Like, the original concept.
All right.
Like if it was properly executed.
Yeah, it's the top 30 best never built Disney attractions. So, the original kind of concept of that and various other things. So, he's doing that. We do also a podcast called the Park Scope Unprofessional Podcast Hour. We're going to do one this week, and it's going to cover my buddy Lane. He did a bunch of regional parks, including King's Dominion, Carowinds, Dollywood, and then him and I are going to talk about our trip to Kings Island on Saturday. So,
don't let the name fool you. It's still more professional than this disaster.
Whatever this disaster is.
Hey. What does the Instagram say? Professionalism, comma, not our strong suit.
Not our strong
suit. All right, and of course we've got Little Spoon and Japandrew. Did I say that right now? Japandrew, not Japandrew.
Until I feel like I need to go on a trip somewhere else just to shake that name.
Japandrew. Now the reason why we call him Japandrew is because on In the Loop proper, the YouTube page, In the Loop podcast, he has a ton of videos from Japan.
Jap videos? Is that?
You did this to me. You did this to me. That's why I can never. That's why I hang out with the legend in person. I call him Legend constantly. I don't call him by his real name because the second I do, I'm a blubbering idiot on the podcast saying his name all the time. So I gave up. His name's Legend. That's what I call him, Legend. That's it. Makes everybody else feel like they're an idiot because I'm the idiot calling them the Legend all the time. So
that has to make for good stories, though. When you're like out and about, drunk in Pigeon Forge, you're like, Legend!
Hey, Legend!
Like,
Hey, it's the Legend!
This guy's so cool that his name's Legend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you definitely, if you haven't already watched it on In the Loop podcast for YouTube, you have to watch Reese's donkey video because it's amazing.
Oh boy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and be sure to go follow the Instagram page at In the Loop podcast. I've been slacking ass big time on that, but luckily Japandrew here is my partner in crime lately, and he's picking up all the slack here.
To pull back the curtain, basically, lately it's been, Facebook reminds me, on this day you were at this park. I was like, all right, sweet, looks like good boat. Throw that up on the Instagram.
All right,
pull back the curtain for you guys there. So.
And then we've got Kenny, which I really don't understand I guess he's just the Instagram guy. Is that it?
Jesus, if that's all I am to you, I guess. Sure. Man, no respect around here.
It's great America food tour videos.
I come on here whenever you can't get your shit together.
Hey.
I'm the fill-in guy. You bring me up from the bullpen.
Filming Hot Tub Time Machine 3. You got to call on Kenny.
Clark Duke is off filming. Yeah. Oh my God! You know what? I'm telling you, and I tried doing this in the Loop on air group chat on Facebook. I tried to get them. Let's start messaging Clark Duke on Twitter to get him to come on the show. I mean,
you mean like real Clark Duke?
I would love if we had real Clark Duke on the show and Reese just like battle it out.
Split screen like you got right now.
Duke versus Duke, or just have him come on the show and not even tell people it's not Reese and see how long it takes for people to realize it's actually Clark Duke. That would be amazing.
Go for it, boss. Go for it.
There we go.
If you knew how to use Twitter, you could maybe make it happen.
That's the worst part. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with Twitter. You guys need to help me out with this.
Give it another year or two, and no one will be on Twitter anymore.
Penn Jillette did notice us though via Twitter. That was I could say happily that he responded to our the Penn project, which never really got off the ground.
It's no wonder he never came around. He probably responded to you, and you fucked it up. You didn't know how to respond back to him.
I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to formulate my response. So.
You only have 140 characters.
Yeah, I'm like,
them carefully.
Dear Mr. Gillette, I would love to formally invite you to what the hell? I'm okay. Let's see if I take out the Mr. If
Dear
I just,
Pen.
Dear Pen. Dear, and I take out the vowel. Dear Pen. Okay, no, it's just too
Hey!
complicated.
Exclamation point.
Be on my show. All right, so yeah, that does it for the show this week. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys for filling in for Reese, Alyssa, and Randall. We can't forget about him. And I guess maybe, Reese is gone for an extended period of time, so any of you guys are welcome to join us whenever we're doing a show, because we need
Not
we need
after
all the
you
help.
disrespected me that way.
Well,
he's just the Instagram guy.
Really, at this point, I'm talking to Joe and Andrew. I wasn't really talking to you, so I included you in on there, but really, next time...
You just assume he's busy doing Instagram stuff.
But really, I'm not.
I would invite Kenny, but he's too busy with Instagram tonight.
I just said before, I'm not even doing that. So honestly, I'm not really doing anything. So.
All right, and now Reese is in the chat room. He feels bad. He's like, I might come on next week. Oh, see, we're having too much fun over here playing reverse POV games.
For Hot Tub Time Machine, then.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Clark Duke didn't have a big role in that. It just he's
just
not
like
on that
Reese
day.
in the Loop Live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. All right. This last 5 minutes has been the best part of the show, even though you guys are like split all over the place. All right, that does it for the show.
Title this episode: Just watch the last 5 minutes.
There you go. Just fast forward to the last 5 minutes. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the midway. See ya.